Hi everyone, I'm Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. Come on into the craft room. You have me and Mom tonight. Bob is not going to be with us. Mom's going to be doing comments, so make sure you're commenting for a chance at Happy Mail. Going to get us pulled up over here. When you get here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Miss Tracy will get us shared into the group here in just a moment. Miss Tracy's right there. All right. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Miss Tracy. Hello. All right. So tonight, hello, coffee. Cheers, my friend, Miss Cheryl. You know it, girl. And boy, did I need that coffee this morning. I was whooped. All right. So I have this adorable little standing sign. It says, April showers bring May flowers. Now hold it up here. There's a lot of pieces to it. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away because we got a lot to paint. All right, so let's get all of our little pieces on tape before we lose them. So you get 3 tiny little butterflies with this kit. 3 little butterflies. Put those there. You get 5 little daisies. Okay, that's the big one. You get a medium one, a big one, and a medium one, and 3 little ones. So we're going to put those on some tape so we don't lose those. And then our words are going to go on some paper or on some tape. Hello, Miss Tracy. Welcome. Okay. So I've got all my little pieces on a piece of tape so we don't lose them and they're easier to paint. So let's get our backer boards painted first. So let me show you how this comes. So these pieces all go on top, okay? You got the boots, the handle for the umbrella, and the actual umbrella itself. But you have this piece underneath. You're not going to see the boots at all. You don't need to paint that. You're really not going to see much of this at all. I'm going to just paint the outer edges of this. And then we've got our grass, our picket fence, and then our little sign, okay? So let's go ahead and get started because this is going to take a minute. This is going to take a couple coats. Now, do you guys know this little trick? If you use the sponges like I do, you don't have to waste a sponge every time. Let them dry. I use them standing up. Let them dry. And then you just cut off the very bottom edge. And then you still have, a whole sponge. So you can save your sponges and continue to use them. Because you're just cutting off that little itty bitty teeny tiny part. Okay? And I still have good sponges. So you can throw that part away. And let's get going. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, Mom is with us tonight. She hasn't been with us much lately, but she is with us tonight. So normally I like to paint these type of surfaces with a sponge, but I am going to go ahead and use a brush tonight. I'm just going to try to be a little careful because it'll go a little bit faster than with the sponge. So how was everybody's day today? I had a good day. It was a tiring day, but a good day. If you're new to my page, welcome. And I want to let you know that we do a Happy Mail drawing once a month, which I'm actually a little late on it. It should have been earlier this week, or actually over the weekend, or last week, I guess, the 13th. So yeah, I guess that would have been last week. I normally do it on or around the 13th of the month, so I'm a little late, but we'll get it. And with our Happy Mail, what we do is we draw names periodically throughout our broadcast. And then I put them all on a wheel at the end of the month or on the 13th of the month. And we draw for a winner. And the winner gets some craft supplies and usually something from their wood shop. Okay, because this kit is from our wood shop. Okay, so I've got that painted. What I didn't show you, which is probably going to be hard to see now, there are etched lines for the stem. If I can, right here by my thumb, right over here. Okay, and those are so you can see where to place your flowers and you can see the stems. Okay. All right, so we're going to let that dry. It's going to take a few minutes. So we're just going to let that sit. We're going to start working on our other elements here while we wait for that. I bet it is, Tracy. I bet. Okay, so I am going to paint my umbrella bright pink. It's going to be this kind of magenta color. It's actually fuchsia. That is one of my favorite colors. So that's what we're going to paint this. It is Anita's acrylic fuchsia, which I believe Hobby Lobby quit carrying. I don't know if they still even make it, but that's the color that I have here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and paint that. Doctor said I probably won't be able to go back. Oh, no. Is that a good thing, Tracy? I don't know. All right, I am going to paint the handle the same color. Now I am going to go ahead and paint the edges of this just so that if it shows, if I don't get it lined up perfectly, it'll be fine. So we're just going to go around and do a quick coat on this and on this handle itself. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we are going to, I'm going to paint my boots. So they're going to be that Dutch Aqua. I love this color. This is such a good spring color. And that is what color I'm going to use for the boots. It's going to be that Dutch Aqua by Folk Art. Love that color. Now the boots also have the etching, which I should have shown you before I painted. Well, you can still see part of them. Okay, so can you see those lines in there? They have the etching, so when you're finished painting them, you can take a paint pen or a small paintbrush and go in and give it the detail that they need. Could have put this on tape too. Would have been easier. Might need 2 coats on that, and then we're going to do the same thing on this as we did the umbrella. We're just going to really kind of focus on the edges. Not really worried about the rest because it's going to be covered up. We just want to, in case I don't get it perfectly lined up, that way you can not see the wood. It'll just kind of blend in. Okay. I ended up painting the whole thing, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to let those dry. Now we're going to bring over our butterflies and our flowers and our words. And those, the words and the flowers, are going to get painted white. And on these, very spring looking. Yes, it is, Bonnie. So if you've been paying attention in my shop, you'll notice that I've kind of been going with themes. And right now we're doing a daisy theme. So be prepared. If you're a daisy lover, there's going to be a lot of daisy things coming this way. I've got several ready to be released. And they're going to be so cute. This is the first installation of the daisies. All right. Now, I forgot to paint this. This is our little sign base that we're going to hang off of the holes in our fence. And I'm going to paint that pink too, because those white letters are going to pop on that. Now, when you're painting these pieces, I find it easiest with the sponges to dab up and down. Don't drag it. It does such a nice job of covering, and it doesn't get a lot of excess on your edges. Maybe, Tracy, maybe not. I will not say. But you've had several of my kits and you see what I do, so you probably can guess. So, yes, subscription box is going to be fun as well. We actually have our subscription box this month. What is going on my computer? There we go. Yes, it's very suspenseful. Our subscription box for this month is actually this weekend. So any of my subscription girls, I see Tracy on here. Oops, my little flower came off my tape. I didn't get it stuck down very good. It's always a lot of fun, and you still can get in on the next one just by going to my page and following the link for it. Oh, you have plans for your one for this weekend, huh? Good. Okay, let's see. What do we need to do second coats on? I'd say these are done, so let's just move those aside for now. This could use a little extra. So happy first day of spring that doesn't feel like first day of spring. It's freezing here in Ohio. It got up to, I think it got up to 50. This says 47 right now. But that wind was vicious. I had to get gas after work, and holy cow, it was freezing. We have a very cold wind. And last week we had very bad storms here. We had tornadoes. I think there was, Mom, do you remember how many were confirmed? I want to say there was 3 or 4 confirmed tornadoes in our area. Not directly by us, but in our area, my son's area specifically, where my son lives, they had a tornado that went virtually right over their home. So Grandma was a worried mess. But okay, so I think that's good. So let's go ahead and paint this. We're going to paint this green. Oh, yeah, I do need that brush. And we're going to paint, this is just a nice, says dark green. It's your basic dark green. Now we're going to paint our grass. I think it's a good grass color. It's not like Kelly green. It's not an olivey green. It's just a good grass green. Our grass is greening up. Our daffodils are in full bloom. And then it got below freezing. So not sure they're all going to make it. We actually had snow yesterday. I mean, nothing that stuck, but it was spitting snow all day yesterday, on and off. No, grandkids had no damage, thank goodness. When did you start resin, Mom? Been doing it for a while, but I'll let her answer that. I don't know exactly when she started it. All right, so we got that about painted. Let's go back to this. This is pretty much dry, so let's go back to our fence and give it another coat. Okay, you can see the lines now. See them right here? Can you guys see that on camera? It's got the little lines in there. You got snow in Michigan too, Bonnie? Yeah, she's going to resin the subscription box. She resins anything she can get her hands on. She can figure out a way to resin it. Oh, I'm going to here in my paint. One moment, please. Please hold. There we go. We had a little hair in it. That's no good. So if you're in Ohio, make sure that you get your vote in today. Are we out of paint? I think this one's empty. Good thing I have an extra right on my table. Calling for snow again on Friday. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really seen the forecast, so I don't know what we're supposed to be getting. I haven't been really watching the news at all, so I couldn't tell you. Most of this is going to get covered up, so, you don't need to stress too much about it, but mainly the top part is what's going to show. And I think that edge shows quite a bit. Yeah, Mom, you did this kit already too, didn't you? I don't think she resined anything on this one, though. All right, I think we've got this pretty good. Clean up some of my brush strokes. I kind of got a little crazy painting. All right, let's give that a dry real quick. News is depressing, remember that. So y'all know Bob was in California last week. Well, he's back, but he's still a little jet lagged, and then he had 2 very busy days at work. So he's just whooped tonight. So Mom asked if we wanted her to do it tonight, and he said yes. He is whooped. All right, so I've got a bunch of excess paint on my edges right here, so we're going to just get that off. Now we're just going to use our little picker tool here. This little handy thing is handy. I use it for all kinds of things. It comes in handy. Let's get this. I think that's pretty good. That's the problem with using a brush. You're going to get a bunch of excess. But it takes so long to paint something this big with the sponge, so that's why I did it. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much done. So we're going to move on to our little boots. We're going to fancy them up a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put pink polka dots on it. So let's move our sponge out of the way here. But I don't want them this big, so I'm going to use the end. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to go that big. Let's see. Let's see how big this does. Well, that doesn't do a very good circle, though. That's what I want. I don't want a very... That's about the same as that. I guess we'll just use the end of our brush. End of our little... Whoops, wrong way. We're just going to go in and put some little polka dots on our boots. I'm just going to make them cute. I always like to float a couple off the edge. Makes it look like they're going all the way around. Okay. Wipe that off. Stick that back. Okay. So you can see our cute little boots. They're taking shape. Let's give them a quick dry. Now the paint is kind of pooled on these a little bit, so it's going to be hard to get them dry for the polka dots. But we'll do what we can here. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to take a paint pen. It's a lot easier. And we're going to draw our lines on here so you'll be able to see where my lines are. And get my paint pen to work. There's a bunch of white paint right there. I think this paint pen's about dried up. There's another hair. My goodness, am I shedding that bad? I can't get a hold of it, and I'm afraid I'm going to drag it through paint. Darn it. It's stuck to paint. There we go. I got it. I think this pen is about done. All right, we got that part done. Now we need to do this. And then we're going to paint the soles black. So there's a line right here. We're going to go over that, and then we're going to go ahead and fill that in. And then we're going to do the same on this side. There we go. Okay, now if I can pick it up. So there's our cute little boots. Look how cute those are. All right, so we're going to set those aside. We're going to dry those. Those straight lines. That's not too bad because they're etched in, so the pen kind of glides over it. Except the pen is about dead, so it had to keep getting the ink on it. All right, so those are pretty dry, so let's set those aside. Now let's go over here and put our lines on this. So there's lines drawn or etched in here. Well, I should have done this in green. Darn it. Well, too late now. We're doing it in black. We can go back over it with some green paint. I think that's what we'll do when it dries. Wasn't thinking. I should have done that in black. Or in green, not black. You don't let that dry. I'm going to go over it with some green paint. I think they look really cute with that. You can really see the detail in them now. All right, so let's take a teeny tiny brush. Take this guy. A little bit of that green. It's going to be dark green now because I painted it black, but that's okay. You can go right over it. Actually, can't even really tell. Yeah, they're green now. It's green. Okay. So those are your little stems for your little flowers. Okay. It'll make sense once we put it together. I think we're done with that. I think we're done with the paint for the most part. Oh, no, we got to paint our base yet. So we can paint this white, black, green, whatever you want to paint it. I'm going to go ahead and paint it black, I believe. So this is our base. It's a two-piece base, so it will sit nicely in it. Let's move that back over here. And we're just going to take our sponge and do this quickly. This will be super fast. And again, I'm going up and down, not side to side. The black, it doesn't really matter because you're not going to get, it's not going to show the excess on the sides like it does the other colors because of the burnt edge from the laser. So it doesn't really matter on the black so much, but it's just the way I prefer to paint them. And again, this kit is available on our website. And there will be lots of coordinating daisy things. And they're coming. If you're very, what's the word I want to say? If you've got good spy skills, you can find one of them on the website that I have not shown yet, but it's there. Is it there? Yes, it is there. I put it there today. So, you want to see something that matches this, that I'll probably be doing in another week or so. It's out there on the website. Hey, Sue. How are you? If you see any of my crafty sisters on here, and if any of my crafty sisters are on here, feel free to come in on your page name. You do not need to come on your personal page. Feel free. I do not mind at all. Okay, so we're going to dry those real fast. And I'm going to start putting this together and jazzing it up a bit. And I see a spot I missed with the black. Sometimes it's hard to see on the black. Dry those little green. Alright, so one more thing we need to do before we start putting this all together. You're welcome, Sue. I don't mind at all. I promise. And like I said, if you see any of my crafty sisters on here, give them a follow. I know they would love it. Alright, so I don't want that brush. Let's get a different brush. This brush will be better. We're going to paint the centers of our daisies yellow. So we're just going to put a little teeny bit of yellow. And we're just going to go in here in the center and paint them yellow. Okay, So there, I think we're done with the base, I think. Okay. So let's start putting this thing together. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to put on is going to be this piece. Okay? You're going to, because this is kind of your base piece that's going to line everything else up off of. All right, so I'm going to try to do this way. It goes like this. You'll see there's a little curve right here. You're going to line that curve up with your umbrella. Okay? So you want to line that up like so. And we're going to just place this down here. You want that up a little bit because it's got to have something to go in the base with. So I'll show you that in a moment. It goes about like so. Just like that. Okay, so these all have the sticky back on them. So you're just going to peel it off. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. I think so. I love this kit. I think it's really cute. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and peel this guy next, our grass. And that's going to line up right underneath those boots. Okay, so you can see how it's lined up. All right, because then that allows it to sit down in that base. That little groove there is going to allow it to sit in the base. All right, so now let's see. I'm debating if I want to do anything to my umbrella before I put it on there. I think I do. I think we're going to do a little bit of highlighting. Let's use a lighter pink. And let's grab a small brush, not teeny tiny, but small. Actually, I think I'm going to mix it with a little of this. I just want it a little bit lighter, not drastically lighter. There we go. And then we're just going to come in here and do some little highlights on it. We're going to blend some paint. Actually, you know what would be really cute? Scratch that. We're going to paint over this. I just had an idea. So let's repaint this. We're going to repaint it the dark color. We're going to put teal polka dots on it because we put the pink polka dots on the teal boots. So we're going to put teal polka dots on this. How cute would that be? Change my mind. The beauty of paint. Don't like it, you just paint over it. Best way to do it. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's do some teal polka dots. Get our little thing out here. There's some Dutch aqua polka dots. Oh, yeah. That's going to be cute. Oh, yeah, that's cute. I like that a lot. we go. I think that's good. Me too. I love polka dots too. I think polka dots are so stinking cute. Look how cute that is. Isn't that just the cutest little umbrella? Much cuter than adding the pink one. Much cuter. I gotta hurry up. I gotta get this together. Right, we're gonna let that dry for a minute because with those polka dots, it's gonna take a little longer. We're gonna work on the rest of this, get it together. All right, so we're gonna put our boots on next. And those just line right up over the top of the other ones. There we go. And then we're going to put our handle on. And that just goes right up tight to that. Okay. You can see it so far. All right. Now we are going to, let's go ahead and place our daisies. And you can place these however you want. I just kind of place them how they fit. And get 2 in there. And I put another big one up here. And then another littler one right there. Okay. And then we're just going to peel these off, place them. We have 9 minutes left. Can I get it done? This little picker tool is fabulous for getting the sticky back off. It works very, very well. I was going to say, I thought there was one more I hadn't stuck down yet. And now what I'm going to do is I want to extend that line. I'm just going to paint another little line right there and right there. I just added a couple of little lines to make it look like the stems are extending out to those. Okay. All right. So we're getting there. Let's move our little butterflies out of the way. So the sign says April showers bring May flowers. And now I will cheat this down because there's going to be a string and a bow that goes through the top because that literally gets tied on. So we're going to cheat this down kind of low so we have room for our bow. But I look for the little pieces that aren't too expensive. Yeah, we've got several that are, a lot of our garlands are very inexpensive. They're, like $10, $12. So, and that's including shipping. So they're very reasonable. This gets a little bit more because there's a lot of pieces to it, but I think it's still very reasonable considering it includes shipping. Okay, so we've got our little sign made. Okay. And that gets placed right there. It lines up, the holes on the sign line up with the holes. There's holes in them, and they line up with the holes on the fence. Okay, let's see if this guy's dry enough that we can at least stick him down carefully without sticking our finger in the polka dots. I can line him up well enough without really touching it. There, I think that's pretty good. Look how cute this is. Oh my goodness, look how cute that is. Okay, now we got to put our butterflies on. So I like to put one of the big ones down here, and then one of the little guys up here in the corner. You can put them wherever you want. I just kind of spread them out. Go put that guy there. And we're going to put this one right here. And we're going to put this one up on top. Hey, Karen. Hope you're feeling better. She was supposed to be at my make and take, but she was sick. Okay, so all we got to do is hang the sign and put our bow on it, and we are done. And we've got 4 minutes, so we're doing good here. All right, so I am going to use my black and white twine. You guys know I'm a sucker for my black and white everything. Okay, and I am going to go in this way. Whoops. All right, and then we're just going to poke it through here. My twine is way too long for this project, but that's okay. All right. So you can tie it in a couple of different ways. I don't really want to lay that down because I don't think my polka dots are dry. So I'm just going to tie it in a regular old knot on the back. We'll cut off our excess. Okay, so far, that's what we got. And now, let's get one of these pre-tied. That one's too big. We want one of the little guys. I got these pre-tied little buffalo plaid bows from Amazon. And I am just going to hot glue that right there in the corner. Hold that there for a moment. Get rid of my glue string. And then we're going to put our base together and we're done. So let's peel our base. Let's put that aside. I'm just going to line up my slits. And put that together. And then we just slide that into our base. And there you go. There is our cute little sign. Stands all by itself. I'll hold it up here for you to see. You can embellish this in so many ways. I mean, you could really, distress the heck out of it, which I thought about doing. I thought about covering my umbrella, over here in buffalo plaid. I thought that would be super cute too. But, there's a lot of different ways you can embellish this and paint it. I love the layered look because it gives it that extra dimension, as you can see. I love that this is just, hanging freely. You could let it hang looser so it actually hangs down. You could tie a big bow in the front. There's just so many things you could do with this. I think it's super cute. Oh, thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. I think it's just darling. I love this kit. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Wanda. And it's a fun one to do. And like I said, the sky's the limit on how you want to decorate it. Now, again, I'm a black and white girl, so I really thought about doing a black and white one, but I thought it would be cool to do it in bright colors for spring. So that's what I did. Yeah, you could do that too, Julie. That would be a great idea. Put little rhinestones on the umbrella so it looks like rain. That would be a great idea. That would be a fantastic idea. So, all right, well, that is the kit, and it is linked in the link above. So if you're interested in it, I would appreciate it if you purchased it. That would be great. But as always, I appreciate you being here and hanging out with me in the craft room. All right, guys, thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.